This presentation shows non-destructive testing. Contents and sequence are shown in this slide. Overview of in situ test methods. Tests for assessing strength, purely non-destructive. This slide lists the different methods. Say for concrete strength assessment, we have 9 methods. Let's start with electromagnetic tests. The equipment are useful in detecting the adequacy of the cover reinforcement. It locates rebars, measure concrete cover, rebar diameter. See, let's start non-destructive test methods for strength assessment. This may be required in the case of small deterioration or distress structures. Firstly, we shall discuss pure non tests, which are based on indirect measurement of strength through measurement of surface hardness and dynamic modulus of elasticity. In such instruments, most commonly used are these two instruments, rebound hammer test and ultrasonic pulse velocity test method. Rebound test hammer involves some calibration curves in the different conditions. When the hammer is these rebound hammers of different impact energy are recommended for different applications. Right hand side photograph shows a big hammer used. Procedure for obtaining correlation between compressive strength of concrete and rebound number are listed in the IS 16311 part 2. This involves testing on the cubes held in the compression testing machine, taking rebound number, then testing of the cube. In the field, when we go with the rebound hammer, at least 6 readings must be taken around each location. Average of these readings after deleting outliers. These two methods are robust and straightforward in application. These are inexpensive and relatively fast. As shown in this photograph, ultrasonic pulse velocity meter with the two transducers. One is emitter, another is receiver. We use this UPV and rebound hammer for assessment of the Stirling basin of the Kota barrage about 12-13 years. Some minor cracks were observed in the Stirling basin platform. Our students went downwards, took readings by the rebound hammer as shown in this third position. Similarly, they went to Garh Palace structures, took UPV readings at so many places at that time, 13 years ago. However, more tests are required for reliable estimation. Partially destructive tests are generally surface zone tests which require access to one exposed surface, and the strength of concrete is estimated with the help of correlation chart. This test is based on penetration resistance. A specifically designed bolt is fired into concrete with the help of a standardized explosive. Similarly, this shows pull-out testing for strength. This is in practice in North America. We partial coring is done with a standard diameter of 75 mm and the above procedure is repeated by gluing the disc at the top of the partial core. For assessing the bond strength of the repairs with the original break-off test for strength is used for in situ flexural strength measurement of the concrete at a plane parallel to and at a distance from the surface. Let's discuss core tests which are used for compressive strength assessment in situ and other properties, because in core testing determination of core size and location is important, but at the same time core cutting causes some damage to the member and may impair the future of the member. In the slender members, core should be taken away from the critical section. Sometimes it is not possible to get a core with sufficient depth as shown in the. Let's discuss a case study of a bridge on National Highway distress notice in 2010. Say some hole was observed. To assess removal, a mastic was removed to expose the surface. It was cleaned. The bound hammer test was were taken. This shows the concrete quality assessment in the deteriorated slab. The bound readings shows around 28, 25, 23 as the average. So the inferences uh, the panel was to be removed, and this was accepted by the NHAI and was removed and replaced. Tests for concrete quality, durability and deterioration. Most of these tests require specialized laboratory facilities. The accuracy of these tests at present is low. These include cement content. Our IES also specifies special publication, cement content test, aggregate instrumentation methods. We used, say particularly in this photograph, left hand side photograph, some deterioration was noticed. If we have to detect corrosion of reinforcement, then good indicator of risk of corrosion in the embedded steel is the potential concrete surface. Zones of varying degrees of corrosion risk are identified from the potential contours drawn with the help of a moving half cell percentage. Another approach for estimation of corrosion risk is based on the measurement of various parameters affecting oblique responsible for corrosion. These include concrete. For permeability assessment, RCPT test the most common. This photograph shows a setup and its principle of the RCPT. Then let's discuss corrosion vulnerability assessment and corrosion the state of visual observation. If the crack is parallel to the reinforcement, it's a sign. Resistivity test of concrete is G test. Then we have corrosion analyzing instrument based on half cell potential. Thank you. I am grateful to the manufacturers and suppliers of the instruments and my students